So what happens when the world's greatest thief enters into the realm of Mitsurugi? Welcome back to the world of Mitsurugi today. Now, I know that somebody's going to be like, oh my god, really, Mitsurugi? Of all things, don't worry, there's more content attached to this. So, guys, leave a comment down below. One of you guys will be walking away with, since today we are doing ritual-themed, I figured we would do the ritual sleeves to go along with this. There's also a dual coaster that goes along with this and a coin as well. So honestly, I think this is a really fun way to tie into the series. Getting the chance to kind of do this. And obviously, like the video, leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys want to see. Like I said, we've been making a list of these, but also, my friends had a couple of decks that they were like, this looks kind of fun. So I figured we'd kind of toss those in here as well. So the big ball in the sky. This is interesting, but we're also against the Sennet today. This was not a replay I really expected to see people, or expecting people to actually be testing this right now, but okay. So we are going to get to Corrupted Ritual Records, reveal, grab Habagiri, because best one card starter in the whole deck. Sanji, go ahead, pop itself. Alright, you guys know where Mitsurugi combo's going. Go ahead, Ritual to special summon down our Reptile. Alright, here comes our 2 pluses. Gotta absolutely love the Advantage engine on this. Go ahead and do Ritual number 2, rotating into the Murakumo, getting back our Habagiri. Now we can go ahead and further Ritual summon on out. Go ahead and pop back, get our free search off of that. Now we can go ahead and do Clown Crew things, which is absolutely the reason why we wanted to play around with this list, because we saw Clown Crew, we were like, oh my god, this is so good. Plus we get the free body set up here. Alright, we'll go ahead and get up our Clown Crew. Our big boy is now here. We'll go ahead and get to stack up our abilities. We get our trap card pulled out of the deck, and then we go ahead and pass. What's really funny about this is we just now got the Goemon, which, is pretty cool. I really wish that we'd seen this in more of an opener here, but, that's fine. And we have double sphere mode. What's very interesting? It's the Clown Crew Bianca Basio interaction off of the big ball in the sky here. So I see our opponent is playing Blue Eyes with this. So Sennet is going to go ahead and do its thing. We're going to go ahead and force the opponent to discard. They're like, okay, sure, we'll go ahead and do that. Here comes the attempt on the field spell, which is just going to go ahead and get ripped out. They're going to go ahead, slam down field spell again, and then go ahead and ritual equip. Well, hey, look, it's a towers. We go and get our free body back here, which, is fine. But now they're going to go down Blitzclick here, which is interesting to see the least. Here comes Surge to splash through our monster. Alright, they will go ahead and get their pop on the back row, which is a little bit annoying, but that's fine. We're going to go ahead and trigger Revive, and then we're just going to go ahead and rip their field apart by hitting them a sphere mode. Alright, and then, you get a little bit more here, but we can go ahead and Clown Crew's about to summon up the 2. Alright, go ahead and battle phase on over our Futsu. It is 3,500 attack points, but that's fine. Alright, so now what do we get to do here? Big ball in the sky. We actually see the concession the minute that the Goemon comes down here, because this just basically gets us free protection, and then we get to do some other very, very nasty things, because making your opponent switch all of their monsters to defense mode just kind of gives us a provided answer for, what was going on with that. So, we have a little bit more. I see we have more Sennet players here. Honestly, this is actually kind of interesting. Alright, Peruli is going to go ahead and deploy itself. That's fine. We'll go ahead and Habagiri here. Sanji pop. Sanji, go ahead and get us our free spell search here. Alright, time to start the ritual wagon that never stops. Gotta love it. Here comes the secondary pre-prep. Make the Futsu. They do get a draw here, which is a little bit annoying, but one draw is fine. So this gets them on Sennet per Whisker, Surge, and they have double Neferati. Well, they drew Fallen and Virtuous. That's pretty cool. Prophet's going to go ahead and do its thing. Alright, we'll go ahead and get out the 2 spells. That's pretty good. We're going to go ahead and do the Paparoo here, or to negate. Here comes Surge. They're going to go ahead and Prayers, which is actually really, really good for us, because no Paparoo means that they can't really engage with the game. We'll go ahead and see the stack up and the concession. Well, it really tried. It's okay. We had more Blitzclick. This time, they were testing out a pure variant of Blitzclick. Interesting. Alright, here comes the Fua chain, which is fine. We don't really give too much of a crap about this. Now we can go ahead, as long as the Habagiri train still rolls, this deck will still giveth, which is the best part. All right, go ahead and see down the mills here. All right, go ahead and get our stack up of effects. Here comes the Ritual Summon to spin right round. All right, gotta love the free specials here. All right, Ritual time, off one, into the next. We are so good right now. We already have the Bianca Vasio, and having the spells is so free for this deck. We just get to go ahead and make as much BS as we want, and we get to see the Dugaris here. All right. Oh, we're going to get blasted by Harmonia. We will force a discard from the opponent, which is fine. They go ahead and pop the Futsu. All right, Malong's going to go ahead and bounce our Ritual Boy back to our hand. But now we get to go ahead and just do this. All right, here comes Clown Man himself. Stack up our effects, get our trap card into rotation. All right, here comes Attack Talents straight away. Rip off the good card. And then the full set. Because, you know, we just get to draw 3 cards for no reason. All right, so go ahead and special summon, or get our Clown Crew into rotation here. All right, here comes the Sennet part of his deck again. All right, deploy field spell. We're going to go ahead and do the apply. All right, go ahead and get the Futsu back onto the field. We will go ahead and do the pop so that that is not going to resolve. We're going to see Breakaway go ahead and attempt to place here. All right, spell rotating back. They are going to surge through, or they're going to pop our back row with Grain. Okay. Overtuning pops our last one. Wow, they are just disassembling our field here. I'm actually pretty impressed with this. Holy crap. All right, they do get their spell card back here. Field spell deploys. Go ahead and see the token being placed here. Did they finally get a game on us? Have they finally managed to do it? Good job. Yeah, we actually surrendered. Good job to Blitzclick actually pulling that off. We also had one more here for these replays. You haven't really got to see Goemon really mattering all that much, but I mean, like, in the scenarios it does come up, it seems pretty good in theory. It's just this round we have to do some kind of like little roundabout things here. Here comes the Habagiri coming down. See our stack up of effects. We get our ritual spell pulled back, and then we can just go ahead and keep the gravy train rolling here, as they say. And I mean, we've already got the flare in hand. This is disgusting. That's why I do like the Clown Crew variant of this, because like going first, you just get to do so much broken good stuff, and like the raw advantage that you just build up is just so insane. Here comes the trap. We get Bianca Vasio established here. We get another trap card pulled out of the deck here, and I mean, you're as golden as you can get here, right? Plus you just net the 3 draws at the end of the turn, which is disgusting. Plus we just get a double special here, so we can do whatever. I mean, we're against Crystal Beast, right? Like, what are we really too worried about? I do see they are playing an interesting tech here of the Sheena twins, which is interesting. But their field is disassembling very quickly here. They do get to chain the Sheena twins here, though, which is interesting to the Sapphire Pegasus, which is maybe a tech I didn't really expect, but that's fine. Our field is effectively protected, and we get this massive stack up of advantage here. And here we just get to tear apart their field with the big guys. And we get the chain block protection, which unfortunately just leaves them on nothing. And the fact that, you know, just everything to attack mode here effectively just wins us the game. Well, definitely interesting. Let's pass it on over and take a look at these 2 lists. The first list we're going to be looking at here is the use of Goemon in the Mitsurugi pile. Now, the reason why we wanted to play this is it gives you protection from hand traps. You also contribute a Mitsurugi card out of your hand and be able to use its effect, which was a really, really interesting, funny idea. I like that. We also do get to play the 2 Yubba Yubba ball in the sky, hand it on over to your opponent, and board break your opponent. But I'll be honest with you, the rest of this deck is basically as standardized as it really gets. You don't really get a lot of room for exploration with this. Marbleism and the Apparatics, I think, are both fine at their numbers. And as you can see, our extra deck is designed to basically be able to kind of niche in whatever we need to. I also do think U1000 is an incredibly good card for this. But also, we had a secondary list here. This was the pile that the Nefereti player was playing. I do see they were also choosing to play Goemon, but also Blitzclick in this is an interesting idea. This gives you some like extra little pop control, but also, you know, the Sphinx stuff does kind of feel like it does provide yourself with some bricks. I also see that they're playing the Triple Spatial Trunade, which is an amazing card. Actually having that card assist you I do think is pretty good. And then, of course, their extra deck is just, whatever good cards you can kind of throw at your opponent to be able to kind of control the situation and go. But, I mean, there's not a lot else to really say about these lists today. Seeing this deck actually being a work in progress from other people, I think is cool, but I think there needs to be a little bit more developments with some of these lists to really kind of bring it together. So if you guys want to walk away with the sleeves today, please, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys want to see. Every day we've been seeing something kind of interesting popping up in these segments. And I've honestly been kind of enjoying that. I think it's been a little bit fun. You guys have a good rest of your day and stay safe out there, all right? Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.